Meanwhile, if you want to go to washroom, grab a cuppa, yeah, by 72 we'll get started. So once again, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Okay, good evening, good evening. Yeah, we will be starting in 1 minute's time. So thank you so much for your patience. So as I mentioned earlier, we have about 150 registered. Still waiting a few more to settle in, but regardless, 7:32 we'll get the event started. So thank you so much. Okay, great, great, great. Yep, we are more settling in already. Okay, now while we wait for a few more to join in, so appreciate if you can help me answer this question so that I can pitch the session more correctly to you. Now, please help me key in 0, 1, or 2. Key in 0 if you are a beginner, never invested before, don't even have a stockbroking account. Please help me key in 0. Key in 1 if let's say you have started investing but still not sure what you are doing, you know, you just buy because people are buying. And key in 2 if you are already a seasoned investor. That means you've been investing every now and then. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 0 is total beginner. 1 is started but still not sure what you're doing. And 2 is you are already someone who have been investing or trading for a while. Okay, great. Wow, okay, see quite a number of ones, and some twos also. Great, thank you so much. Good, good, good. Thanks for your feedback. Thanks. Okay, so to be very frank, okay, this session is actually more target at people who are 0 or 1. 0 or 1. So if you are 0, you are beginner, so not to worry, you won't be lost. I'm quite sure all the terminology I use is easy to understand. Of course, those who keen 1, yes, I think I can help you to give you some directions. Also, for those who are 2, for those who type 2, okay, yep, I believe whatever I'm about to say, you probably have heard it somewhere before, if you have been investing a while. But nevertheless, the feedback I got here is this, even though the contents is going to be familiar to you, but the way I arrange the content, put it together is also something quite interesting. So regardless, I believe there is something for you to bring home today. Okay, great. So in that case, yep, if let's say you have more in-depth questions, especially for those who type 2, feel free to ask me. I'll be very happy to answer them probably at the end of the session. Okay, great. So 7:33 now, I will get the event started. So once again, thank you for patience for those who come early. I'm actually going to start the event right now. Okay, great. Hey, for the next probably 45 to 50 minutes, I want to bring you through this topic called financial freedom with dividend portfolio. Okay, now of course I don't choose the title previously. There are two main takeaways. Two main takeaways from this session. Okay, by the way, I teach professionally. I teach for living. It's not like, oh, morning I'm a fund manager, I'm a stockbroker, and I can't teach. No, okay, I teach for living. So for us, we have a very bad habit. You are going to invest 1 hour in me today. So I need to make sure you need to get something from me today. Now, can someone help me here? How many things are you supposed to take away from me today? What are two main learning points today? Can someone help me here? Type in the chat. So how many main learning points are you supposed to get from me today? Anyone can help me? Hey, wait. Why am I not seeing the chat? Okay. Hey, how many? How many? How many? How many? Two. Thank you so much. Two main learning points. Thank you. Thank you so much. So bring back two main learning points. So what are two main learning points? Okay, number one here is this. We define carefully what is financial freedom. Okay, what is financial freedom? Okay, I have been doing this training for 14 years. 14 years, yeah. So I realized eventually, like most of retail investors like you and myself, our objective is actually to be financially free. Okay, so this word is actually used quite commonly. But when I really ask people, do you know what is financially freedom? What is financial freedom? Then people start, don't know leh. It's like everybody use, I use. Financial freedom is a lot of money. Okay, no. Okay, so hopefully after today's session, we have a very clear definition of what financial freedom is. Because only if you can be specific about it, only when you are clear about it, then there is a chance that you can achieve it. Now that's fair, right? Okay. If let's say you have a moving target or you can't even sure what your target looks like, then obviously you are never going to achieve. So after today's session, okay, one thing you have to bring home is be very clear what is financial freedom. And of course, I'm actually going to demonstrate to you is actually possible. Every one of us here can eventually be financially free. It's possible. It's definitely not a myth, at least based on the definition that I'm actually going to share. And how we can do that? We have to do that by building a system. And in this case, I'm going to demonstrate to you this system called dividend portfolio investment system. Okay, so these are two things you bring away. Number one, what is the objective for investing? Financial freedom, okay, which I believe both of us have this objective. And let's define clearly what financial freedom is and how we achieve that with this dividend portfolio investment system, how to create a system for you to eventually achieve this objective of financial freedom. So these are two main things you're going to bring home today. Now, okay, let me just clear up some admin slides. Introduce myself. My name is Emin. CFA is my professional designation, stands for Chartered Financial Analyst, is global investment designation, widely recognized. I'm a trainer with SGX Academy and I specialize in this area called FA. FA stands for Fundamental Analysis. Okay, now, since we have a bit of beginners here, okay, let me just spend some time to explain this FA, which I think is important. Can someone do me a favor? Okay, so basically there's only two main methodology investing, or two main umbrellas of investment methodology. One is like, as I mentioned here, FA, Fundamental Analysis. Can someone help me here? If I don't practice FA, what is the other methodology I can use to help me make investment decision? Okay, thank you, Michelle. Thanks, TA, technical analysis. So for those who are beginner, okay, your first 3 months is to go and figure out, okay, hey, hi, yeah, Happy New Year, thanks. Okay, the first 3 months is actually going to figure out, are you more of a FA person or more of a TA person, okay? So you probably go and take the first 3 months. So in SGX, we have a lot of free courses on FA, free courses on TA, okay, something like this. Go and figure out which one resonates better with you. And once you have decided, okay, then the following 3 months, in fact 6 months, go and find a process within FA or process within TA. So within FA, there's 101 different processes. Within TA, there's 101 different processes. Find a process that works for you, okay? And every time you repeat the process, you make money. Congratulations, you are going to be a successful investor. Okay, so this is what investing is about. It's not about having very good technique. It's not about you see, you can touch stone to become gold. No. So investment is about what is choosing the right process, able to repeat the process or system. Okay, I use it the word interchangeably. Okay. Choosing the right process, choosing the right system, okay, and it works for you, and after you just keep repeating the process or system, then that is how you achieve your investment objective. I always like to use the analogy of losing weight or getting healthy. Okay, so some people want to get healthy by playing sports, rock climbing, swimming, cycling, So number one is, of course, choose a sport that works for you. Like for example, I know running is a very good way to reduce weight, but I don't like to run. Okay, I hate running. So after my final IPPT, I really stopped running. Yeah? So I don't like running. So instead, I do walking, I do swimming, I do cycling. Okay. Then of course, the other thing is I have a system. Also, basically every week, I try to swim twice per week. And every weekend, I try to do either a 3-hour walk or 3-hour cycle to keep me healthy, to lose weight. Okay, so with that, I have chosen the activity and I put it in a system, which is every week, regular. I cannot be like, oh, I choose cycling. Then in January, I cycle for 40 kilometers. And after that, for the rest of the year, I don't cycle. That don't work. I'm quite sure you all know about it. It's about regular. Okay, so investing the same, you must choose the methodology, like in this case, be it FA or TA. Then, of course, you have to, use one of the process to keep working on it. Okay, now, obviously, the whole session is going to be on FA. So after today's session, especially for those who actually put in 0, so ask yourself, whatever I say, does it make sense to you or not? If it makes sense, hopefully you give me a chance for you to guide you further in the FA journey. If you think that whatever I say doesn't make sense to you, not to worry, then you go and try TA. So I just want to give you flavor of what FA and TA is. I always like to use the example of buying a car. If let's say if you use FA to buy a car, what will you be doing? You'll be looking at the specs of the car, or what is the engine capacity, what is the torque, how big is the wheel rim, basically all the different specs of the car to decide whether is this a good car or not. If you actually do that, then you're actually using FA to make a decision on a car. Now, if you actually use TA to decide whether this is a good car, can someone try to make a guess? If you're using TA to see that whether this car is a good car or not, what will you be looking at? Can someone help me here? Let's say you want to use TA to see whether this is a good car. What will you be doing? No, okay, no. So this will be all FA lah. So let's say you're looking at engine. Thank you so much. So if let's say, for example, if you're using TA to look at car, what will be look at the sales volume? This car is it that more and more people buy or less and less people buy? Okay, you look at pricing. This car, is it the price keep increasing or the price keep coming down? Historical data, sales historical data. Thank you so much. So of course, if you say that, wow, this car, the people buying, get more and more and more and more, then, this is probably a good car, even though you don't look at the engine. Okay, if you do that, then you'll be practicing TA. So just to give you a sense of the difference between FA and TA, and of course, later throughout the session, you have more idea what FA is. Okay, so I just want to highlight one main point here. Now, TA, they actually use this tool very much to help them make investment decision. What is the main tool that TA use that help them make investment decision? Tool, TOOL. What is the main charts? Thank you so much. They actually look a lot like charts. Whereas for FA, we don't look at charts so much. So just in case you're wondering how come I'm not looking at charts, because I'm not a TA. Okay, I'm using FA. So once again, why I spend so much time, really, if you're a beginner, spend some time to really decide whether you have more FA person or more TA person, whatever I say today, does it resonate with you? Then after you decided, then you go and pursue further what FA process you want to use, what TA process you want to use to make you a successful investor. Okay, disclaimer, make money, be happy, lose money, don't scold me. That is basically what it says here. And I'm here on education, definitely not here to give any stock tips. Okay, in the interest of time, I won't be stopping halfway to take any questions. I try to finish as per what we have scheduled. By about 8:30, I should end my session. Okay. So if there's any questions, I will take them only at the end. So please use this platform to key in your questions. Go to Pigeonhole at AT. Passcode is today's date, 7 Feb 25. Okay, key your questions there. I will take the questions at the end of my presentations. So please do not use the WebEx for your questions because because the question, the WebEx, the chat will get screwed away. I won't be able to trace your questions. Okay, so go to Pigeonhole and key your questions. Okay, good. Now let's get started. So remember, two main things. You want to bring home what is financial freedom and how do we achieve it with the dividend portfolio system. So let's start with the financial freedom first. Okay, so how do we go deep dive into is to actually do the mathematics. I always like to use myself as example. It's easier to see. Obviously, my objective is, of course, also to be financially free. Okay, so now what is financially free? Basically, in English term, it means that you have passive income that cover your expense. And what is passive income? Income not generated from direct work. Okay. Later I'll share a few examples of passive income. Okay, so basic income not from direct work. Passive income, more than expenses. So technically speaking, if you don't work, you can also live happily ever after. Then you are financially free. Okay, so of course, to achieve financial freedom, one very key criteria is what are my expenses. You have to know what is expenses. So this is what I've done here. I'm married. Okay, I have a wife, so of course I have to provide for her as well. And what I did here is this: I actually list down all my expenses today. Based on current cost today, how much money I actually need to sustain my current living or what my expenses are. So for 2 person. It works out my basic expenses like food, transport, utility, all this. It's actually on the screen. Can read yourself. I need to pay about 3,500 for 2 person. Okay, for today. And of course, we cannot just survive based on basics. We need to go travel. I would love to do some donations. Sometimes you have to eat a bit of better food. My wife said every year must go fine dining 4 times. Okay, my birthday, her birthday. And I can't remember the other two. Okay, don't let my wife know. So anyway, so I need an additional about $1,000 per month for all the luxury. So basically, as you can see here, to sustain my current lifestyle, I need to spend about 4,500. You can see that my kids' expenses is not here. My housing expenses is not here. Basically, by the time I hit financial freedom, my house should be fully paid. Okay, and of course, by the time I hit financial freedom, my kids should be quite independent. So I only include costs that, when during financial freedom, what are the costs? So whatever cost that I don't need to pay anymore when I'm financial free, then of course I don't include that. Okay, 4,500 now. So obviously, I'm not financially free now. I need some time to be financially free. Now, let's say I plan to achieve financial freedom 15 years later. Okay, assuming I want to achieve financial freedom 15 years later, is the amount still going to be 4,500 or not? Yes or no? Okay, is my expense still going to be 4,500? Assuming that I want to achieve financial freedom 15 years. No, because of what? Because of what? Inflation. Thank you so much. So of course, we have to factor in inflation. If you want to calculate expense, I think I know that explain what inflation is. Things become more expensive. So yep. I heard GE is coming, so probably this is going to be a hot topic. So anyway, so I do my math. So like I said, I plan to achieve financial freedom 15 years later. Okay, so this is my own personal plan. So like in all plans, you must have a deadline. Okay, and this is mine. So 15 years later, I'll be about 55. Okay, hopefully by then I can. No, okay, sorry, 50 years later, I'll be about 65. Okay, 65. Okay, by then I'll be financially free. Yeah. Okay, so at inflation rate of 3%, $7,000 per month is required 15 years later for the same basket of goods. So of course, I done my maths. If assuming that from now on, inflation is about 3% per year, which is happening over the past 10 years. So past 10 years, average it out, inflation is about 3% per year. Whatever I need to spend on 4,005 today, okay, today whatever I need to spend on 4,005, the food, the transport, utilities that cost me 4,005 today, the same basket of goods will actually cost me about $7,000 in 15 years time. So that is the effect of inflation. So basically, for me to financially free 15 years later, the passive income I require is actually $7,000 per month. Also, I need $7,000 of passive income per month, okay, to actually be financially free. So let me just do a half check here because I can't read your facial expression. So far, everything makes sense. Don't mind just help me type a 8. If you lost already, help me type a 9. If whatever I said so far makes sense, 8. Lost and 9. Okay, good. Thank you so much. So sorry to trouble you all to give me some feedback, so that, because I can't read your facial expression. Okay, now, so how am I going to generate this $7,000 per month? Okay, Singapore, we're quite lucky. We have this CPF. And if you hit the minimum sum, I think this one is just minimum sum at 55. Of course, this is for 2%. Like I said, me and my wife, we should quite comfortably get about 3,005 per month. Okay, so minimum sum is also not difficult. As long as you have worked for like 10, 15 years, you should be able to hit the minimum sum with a special account. So this is one of my source of passive income. Okay. We also bought annuities. Okay. We also bought annuities, but you'll get the CPF pay only after 65. Correct. Like I said, I want to my financial freedom at 65. That's for me. Okay, so this is using me as example. So my financial freedom will come at 65. So annuities, 1,000. So me and my wife actually bought this thing called annuities, which works like a CPF Life. So what we have done now is this: every year we actually give some money to the insurance company, and after that we'll get a payout. Once after certain years, we actually get a regular payout from the insurance company. Now somebody may ask, actually, why do I need to split? Why not just top up my CPF? Okay, so you understand every instrument has their pros and cons. So of course CPF is subjected to what I call policy risk. If let's say the government change, of course all this is unlikely, okay, but you will never know. Or for whatever reasons the policy change, then this amount is affected. So it's always good to diversify, and that is the reason why I use annuities. Okay, so at 65, I got 3,005 here, 1,000. So these are more or less confirmed. If the insurance company is still around, if CPF is still around, which is very likely to be, I still short of 2,005. 2,005. Okay, so where is it going to come from? It's actually going to come from my dividend portfolio. Okay, dividend portfolio. Okay, all know what dividend is. Okay, maybe just to make sure, can someone tell me, dividend means you receive money. So this dividend, where does the money come from? Can someone tell me here? The money have to come from somewhere, right? So money come from where? Anyone can help me here? Okay, dividend means you receive the money. Thank you so much. I come from profits of the company. Okay, from profits of the company. Thank you so much. Okay, so basically, I need another 2,005, and 2,005 will come from my dividend portfolio. So with that, I would have my $7,000 worth of passive income. So again, these are what my passive income. Okay, income that I generate not from my direct work lah, not directly from work lah. Okay, of course I can't say that it's totally no work. You know, especially dividend portfolio. At the onset, at the starting, I have to do some work and analyzing and so on and so forth. But eventually, when I receive the dividend, it's not a direct effort of my work. Unlike like for example employment. So with that, I will be what I call financial free lah. 65. I need to spend 7,000. I have 7,000. I can live happily ever after lah. If I want to work, I can work. If I don't work, I won't die lah. So this is what we call financial freedom, and you know these are what potential source of what passive income is. Hopefully we agree on, you know, all this definition of what is financial freedom, what is passive income. And what I really want to tell you here is this: financial freedom is possible. I know there are some, you know, articles out there saying that it's a myth, you know, these are all scam. No, not true. At least based on my definition, financial freedom is definitely possible. All you have to do is you have to plan, okay, like what I do. Now, maybe at this juncture, I just want to check that we're on the same wavelength. Can someone help me? What are the other source of passive income? What are the other source of passive income that you can have? Rent, thank you so much. Property rental. What else? What else? What are the other source of stocks? Dividend. Dividend is here. Dividend is okay. I would say that active trading is not passive income. That one you really got to work all the time. No, part-time then it's not passive already. Part-time is you are spending work. Bonds, thank you so much. Coupons, royalties, thank you so much. And yes, fixed deposits, interest. So all these are then considered passive income. Okay. Trading, I won't consider passive income because you need to work. Part-time, definitely not passive income. So passive income is really like, it doesn't come a direct effort from your work. Okay, so hope this is clear. So now let's move to something one level down. So basically now the question here is this: how do I generate 2,005 every month? How do I generate 2,005 every month from my dividend portfolio? So currently the dividend yield is actually about 6%. Later I explain what exactly is dividend yield. So basically, you buy certain stocks, you get dividend. Currently, to get 6%, not difficult. Not difficult. So here's the question: how much is required to generate $30,000 per year? Okay, why 30,000? Because we need 2,005 per month. So times 12 is 30,000 per year. So basically, I need my stocks to give me $30,000 of dividend every year. So the question here is this: what should be my stock portfolio size be such that 6% of the whole stock portfolio will give me 30,000 every year? Can someone help me do the maths? Okay, Kim Ming said 500K. Anybody else? Maybe can I just get one more? Okay, so, thank you so much. Correct. Thank you so much. So basically, I need my dividend portfolio to be about $500,000. And assuming I can get 6%, which is happening today, I'll be getting 30,000 of dividend every year. With that, I get 2,005 every month. Okay. Plus all the rest, I can get 7,000 passive income and I can achieve financial freedom. I can achieve financial freedom. So financial freedom is definitely possible. It's definitely achievable. Okay. And now, another benefit about my dividend portfolio, again, you know, why I want to split different is this. So dividend portfolio, that theoretically speaking, I won't be touching the principal. So for those who are not familiar with the dividend, okay, I need to explain this because I realize some are not familiar with dividend. Okay, help me answer this question. If let's say, for example, you spend 100,000 every year, and you got $1 million. This $1 million can last you for how long? Can someone help me here? You got $1 million, you need to spend 100,000 every year. Okay, this $1 million can last you for how long? 10 years. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, if let's say this $1 million is generating 10% interest for you every year. Okay, this 10%, this $1 million is generating 10% interest for you every year. So this $1 million can last you for how long right now? So again, assuming that you only spend 100,000. Thank you so much. Infinity. Okay. So that is the beauty of a dividend portfolio. So ideally, eventually, when I pass on, okay, I'll just CPF annuities I can't really pass on to my next generation, but my dividend, ideally, I'll then pass on to my daughter, and the dividend can live happily ever after. Also, that is the benefit of a dividend portfolio, the rest. So as I mentioned, every instrument has a pro and cons. So it's not about choosing which one, but rather you can have a portfolio. Like in my case, these are my 3 main instruments that will actually give me my passive income. Okay. Okay, now let's go into detail. So I am a very task-oriented person. Number one, what we've done just now is very important. We set the objective clearly. So again, unfortunately, I realize a lot of investors fail. A lot of investors lose money because their objective is not clear. I've done this many times. I ask, what is your investment objective? Okay, they say make money, lor. Then after that, make how much? Or the more the merrier. These are people confirm fail one, confirm lose money. Because you will let greed take over everything. Okay? So as in all things in life, you have not clear objective, you're going to fail. Okay? Because you don't even know where you want. So whatever I've done just now, I think it's important. Of course, maybe for you it's 10,000, 12,000, whatever. You do your own sum, but be very clear. What's the objective? Like in my case, 7,000. Then I've been working towards it. Okay? I track my progress. Then of course, eventually I'm going to achieve it. So going to that, how am I going to accumulate 500,000 and how to generate 6% return? Okay, is the system that matters. Okay, I know I said it just now. I want to repeat this because it's very important. Again, investing is not about luck. It's not about who you know. It's not about whether you got the right stock tip. It's not about choosing the right stock. It's about what? It's about system. Okay? Like, you cannot get fit by just doing a marathon in January and don't run for the next 11 months. No. If you actually want to get fit, you have to run regularly, maybe 1 kilometer per week. And you do that consistently every week for the next 52 weeks. Also, it's the system that matters. So to be a successful investing is about creating the system. What's the system that works for you? So now in my system, what do I need to do? I need to accumulate $500,000. I need to generate 6% return per annum. And this is how my system looks like. Number one, I actually have 2 separate bank accounts. So this is the bank account I use for my income. I actually use my expenses. So it's a good habit to have another account just for your investment. That means money goes in but don't go out. So it's actually good not to, it's actually good to separate them. One is for expense, one is really for investment. So basically, you should actually use this for investment. And now I am on a state whereby now and then I actually get dividends. Okay, and now and then I also do sell my stocks. We talk about selling probably another time. But of course, we do sell stocks. And the money will go here. And what I've created is basically what I like to call a snowball machine, accumulation machine. I will still actually put money in here. Basically, I still try to invest regularly. Okay. Then when the dividends come out, now currently I'm still working, I'm not using dividends, and these are actually being plowed back. So you will just accumulate like a snowball, keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So of course, on the day whereby this system hit about $500,000, then I know I'm there already. Okay, I have achieved my goal of financial freedom. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is this: in a system, regular saving is a key component. Okay, so investing is not about, oh, okay, now I try to like accumulate 100,000, $1 million. Then I take that $1 million and invest. No. Okay, it's not. So it's about, saving, putting money slowly into the stock market, a little bit at one time. Okay, so savings is a key component, and the key word is regular. Regular. So like every month save 100 into everyone put 100 in the stock market, every month put 200 in the stock market, whatever. Okay, that is actually a key component to investment. And of course, you invest all the time. It's just a function of sometimes you invest more, sometimes invest less. Okay, I'll talk about it a little bit later. And what we need to do is we diversify over different stocks and different time. Okay, so this is my system to amass $500,000. This is my system to generate 6% return per annum. Okay, so of course, like I said, there are 101 different systems. Eventually, you find one system that works for you, help you to achieve your objective. Then you work on the system, it works, then you are a successful investor. Okay, now, one very important concept when you talk about investment is actually this thing called, let me see, did I put the word here? Compounding. Compounding. So if you ever take up investment course academically, be it you go and study in poly or go and study degree about finance, you will actually definitely learn about this thing called compounding. So in fact, investing is about compounding. Okay, try to understand this, try to appreciate this, try to use this to your effort. Okay, get the right mindset. So in fact, that is the turning point from a gambler to an investor. So a lot of people always say investing, bluff people want to lose money because you are doing the wrong mindset. It's just that you go and play soccer with your hands, of course you're going to lose. Or play basketball with your legs, of course you're going to lose. Okay, so get the right mindset. Investing is about compounding. Okay, now try to understand this Excel spreadsheet. If you can, go replicate this. So how it works here is this. Let's say, for example, beginning of year one, which is, let's say now, okay? Of course, I have no money in my stocks. So let's say, for example, I'm able to invest $2,000 every month. $2,000 every month in the stock market. And of course, end of year one, I would have 24,000. Okay, as you can see here. And end of year one is equal to beginning of year two. And assuming that this money can generate 6%, 6% of 24,000, I get 1,004. And again, I save 2,000 every month, okay? And year two, I have 49,000. And the process go on and on and on. And as you can see here, 15 years later, I would actually amass my $500,000. And at that point in time, 6%, I will actually get my passive income of 2,005 per month. Okay, so this is what I mean by setting up a system, regular savings, invest more or less all the time, diversify stocks, and eventually, if you can keep the discipline, you can actually hit your target and be financially free. Okay? Now, I have, okay, by the way, I have different portfolios. So I have a dividend portfolio, I have a growth portfolio. We talk about it a bit more. I always like to joke. So basically, I have money whereby my wife know about. I have my money where my wife don't know about. So anyway, that's another story for another time. Now, so for this objective, of course, I invest in dividend stocks. So dividend stocks are companies that actually give regular dividends, as you can see here. So basically, I get dividends on a regular basis. For REITs, most of them actually give them per quarter. Every quarter they give. So for blue chips, they give either half yearly or annually. So please take note, not all companies give dividends, and definitely not all companies give regular dividends. So when we actually want to build a dividend portfolio, obviously we only invest in companies that actually give regular dividends. So later I'll share with you more how we actually spot them. Okay. So, yep, with that, uh, that is the overview of what I call my dividend portfolio lah. Okay, my dividend portfolio investing system. Okay, and why do I do that? Okay, this dividend portfolio investing system eventually helped me amass $500,000, and with $500,000, eventually I can get passive income of 2,500 per month, and with that, I could actually achieve my objective of financial freedom. So again, I just want to do a health check here. So far, all okay. If okay, don't mind just help me type a 7. If you think that I don't make sense already, don't mind just help me type any number besides 7. I hope you understand the whole story flow, which is very important. I realize that is something when you see the whole story, what you do mean objective are, then you're going to be a successful investor. Okay, great. Thank you so much for all the feedback, Kay. So the next thing I want to talk about is one step down. So, okay, now, yes, you agree with me. You also want to build a dividend portfolio. So what are the exact steps you need to do? Okay, so in fact, on a monthly basis, more of a monthly basis, so this is what I do. I actually have to pick the right stock at the right time. And the framework that helped me is basically this framework, what I call the long-term share investing framework, comprising of the blue part. The blue part is my stock selection process, including business, financial statement, and pricing analysis. And yellow part is what I call my portfolio strategies. So basically, just like I did mention that, certain time I invest more, certain time I invest less. Okay, so the yellow part will actually tell me, okay, when should I invest more, when should I invest less. So let me just go and focus on the blue part first. So by the way, this process is not my process. Okay, I always see myself as a messenger. I always see myself as a messenger. It's not that, I went bankrupt, then suddenly I found this process that made me very rich. No. Okay, I always see myself as a messenger. When I was younger, I'm just a very obedient student. I wanted to do finance, so I spent 4 years going to NUS, had a degree with BizEd, major in finance. Then other people say that you should go for CFA if you want to be in investment world. So I did that another 3 years, getting the CFA qualification. Now, CFA is actually by this gentleman called Benjamin Graham. If you know who this gentleman is, don't mind just help me type a 3. If you don't know, don't mind just help me type a 4. Benjamin Graham. Okay, not bad. Quite a know. Okay, for those who don't know, for those who actually type 4, if you know Warren Buffett, don't mind just help me type a 5. If you don't know Warren Buffett, please help me type a 6. Okay, Warren Buffett, everybody know. Okay, great. Okay, now, actually, Warren Buffett will see Benjamin Graham as one of his investment mentor. You can actually go and Google. Warren Buffett actually do see Benjamin Graham as one of his mentor. So now, technically speaking, me and Warren Buffett, we have the same sifu. Warren Buffett and me, we have the same mentor. It's just that Warren Buffett is a little bit richer than me. Okay, so anyway, what I'm trying to say here is this: whatever I learn, wisdom, knowledge, passed down by experts over the years, used by professionals, used by academics, used by very successful investors. So what I did here is this: I learned the knowledge, I package into something easy for layman to understand, then I just play the role of a messenger. Okay, so let me just go into detail about this process. Okay, number one, we want to create a dividend portfolio, so we must understand what are dividend stocks. What are dividend stocks? So basically, these are companies with business that generate stable income and hence regular dividends. Okay, please don't assume that all companies generate stable income. Companies are just like human. Let's say, for example, if you are a government employee or you're working in MNC, is your income stable or not? Yes or no? Is your income stable? Yes, thank you so much. But let's say, for example, you're a property agent or you're a Grab driver. Is your income stable? or relatively speaking, is it stable or not? Okay, maybe not as stable as an employee. So companies are also like that. Okay, don't assume that all companies have stable income. No. So there are companies like, for example, your DBS, what else? Your REITs, your large conglomerates. Yeah, the income tend to become very stable. But like for example, construction company, is their income stable or not? Construction company. They know, okay, construction companies, they have projects, of course, their income. If let's say for whatever reasons that you no project, then no income or lesser income. Okay, so if you actually want steady dividends, we can only focus on companies that are stable income. Okay, and with that they can generate regular dividends. So number one dividend portfolio, you must buy the right company. Okay, so this is very important because I have students who say, oh, Emin, I want to be like you. I want to have passive income. Okay, I want to generate dividends. Then they go and invest things like what? Tesla lah. Go invest things like Nvidia lah. Some of these companies don't even give dividends. Then how will you ever achieve financial freedom? Okay, so try not to be, what do you call that? Be succumbed by greed lah. Yeah lah. I know that when Tesla the price shoot up very high, make a lot of money lah. But the fact remains is it doesn't give dividend. Okay, nothing wrong investing in Tesla, nothing wrong investing in Nvidia, but it doesn't help you to be financially free. Okay, or at least based on my definition. So if you actually want to be financially free, then you have to go for companies that have regular dividends. And why would they have regular dividends? Because they have stable income. Okay. Okay, next is you must make sure company is financially healthy. So unfortunately, again, companies are human. Sometimes they can actually get into bad debts. Okay, let me just use an example here. Okay, this company, of course, this is some time ago, is going to wind up lah. So the question is, how can we avoid such companies? Of course, not all the time, but there are certain metrics that can help us to avoid such companies. So I have this thing called a 6 test, which really helped me so far to reduce the probability of getting such companies. Now, one of the tests is actually this thing called the debt to equity ratio. Okay, can you all do me this favor? If you take total liability divide by total equity, okay, can you tell me what number do you get? Total liability divided by total equity. Anyone can help me here? Punch in the calculator. 2.48. Thank you so much. So basically, companies more than 2, I will not touch. Company that's more than 2, I will not touch. Okay, it's not that, as long as more than 2, confirm bankrupt. No, definitely not. But then the fact remains, okay, the risk is higher lah. They're actually taking higher risk. This one basically means that for every $1 of own money they put in, they borrow almost $2.50. Okay, so just by this rule, actually saved me from quite a few bad investments. So there's actually one particular company I don't want to name, was quite famous. I think was even supported by some government agencies. Yep, but because of this, I choose not to invest, and unfortunately, the company actually went down. So, like I said, there are 6 tests. So of course, during the course itself, I explain more what the theory behind this and what all these ratio means. But yeah, now basically for this, as long as more than 2, I will not invest in this company to make sure that this is a financially healthy company. Okay, so we have looked at business analysis. We'll make sure the company is financially healthy by financial statement analysis. Okay, next we have to make sure that the price is correct lah. Now for under FA, it will tell you straight into your face, I am cheap, I am expensive. So please know how to read them. Okay, please know how to read them. Like for example, personally, I wasn't invested in Nvidia. because NVIDIA, okay, NVIDIA you can check, okay, basically based on PE is actually very expensive. So know how to read them, okay, know whether you're buying cheap or expensive. Basically, we can use ratios like this to help us to see whether things are cheap or expensive. For today, I just want to touch on one of them called dividend yield for obvious reasons because we are talking about dividend portfolio. Okay, now let me explain a bit more of dividend yield. Okay, now if I use the word dividend, I just use the word dividend, not dividend yield, dividend. Am I talking in terms of dollar or in terms of percentage? Thank you so much. No. It should be dollar. Dollar. If I use the word dividend, it's actually dollar terms. Dividend yield means I take the annual dividend divided by the price. Okay, then it's dividend yield. Clear? So again, dividend, the word alone is the dollar value. Dividend yield is when I take the dividend divided by the price I buy at. Now, question, if you buy the stock at $1, they give you 5 cents dividend every year. Somehow this stock very consistent, every give you 5 cents. You buy $1, the price drop after you buy. 5 years later, the price recover back to $1 and you sell. Okay, did you make money or not? Yes or no? Okay, one person said yes. Okay, thank you so much. You make money. Also make money from the dividends. So please, I don't understand why a lot of people say dividend is not money. Hey, that 5 cents every year is actually good money. So in fact, now a lot of professional investors, like corporates, okay, like CPF, for example, you know, they take your money, they give you 4%. Basically, they have to invest in something that give them higher than 4%. Oh, and some of them actually is actually into, you know, stocks that give higher dividends. These are also money. Okay. So basically, to create dividend portfolio, I actually look for dividend yield of about at least 4 to 5%. Minimum 4 to 5%. Hey, REITs I can get up to 6%. Hey, but minimum 4 to 5%. So from there, you know, all I have to do here is this. Basically, as long as I can sell at my purchase price, I actually make money already. Of course, I'm a bit greedy lah. I will sell higher if I want to sell. But technically speaking, if I just sell at my purchase price, I already make money. Okay. So this is the concept of dividend yield and how we know whether this stock is cheap or expensive. Dividend yield higher, better, or lower, better? Dividend yield higher, better, or lower, better? So of course we can use this to compare lah. If let's say this stock give you 3% dividend yield, that stock give you 5% dividend yield, then of course you know which one is actually giving you a better price. Okay, so business analysis, financial statement analysis, pricing analysis. And the last part to this process is what you call portfolio management. The question to answer is when to buy, when to sell, or either that, you know, what's the right time to buy, what's the right time to sell. So basically with the first three analysis, business, financial statement, business, financial pricing, it works like a funnel. Okay, we have about 600 over counters in SGX. So we only choose dividend stocks, then take out some. Then after that, we only look at financially healthy company, maybe left about 100. Then we look at company that is actually, price is correct, then about 20. Then after that, we have to buy on a regular basis. So certain months I buy more, certain months I buy less. And how I decide, this is where the portfolio management comes in. Okay. So simply put, when the stock market is going up, then we should be buying more, correct? When the stock market is coming down, then we should sell, or in fact, buy less. When the stock market goes sideways, then maybe just buy some, sell some. So yeah, in the interest of time, this is a very loose definition. So the question is, how do we know whether market going up, come down, or go sideways? Okay, so there are some indicators that can help us. There are some indicators that can help us. I just want to explain one of them here. Okay, one of the main indicator I look at is actually this thing called the US unemployment rate. Now, unemployment rate, so you prefer higher better or lower better? Higher better or lower better? Unemployment rate. Okay, lower better. Thank you so much. Lower is better. So of course, if the rate goes lower, that means the economy is actually improving. Okay, but this is for US. I'm not sure whether you see certain pattern. Every time it goes low, you'll spike up. Go low, spike up, go low, spike up. Can you see? So it's a very interesting pattern. So what happened was this was before COVID. The unemployment come down very nicely. Then to a very low point before 4%. So I was a bit uncomfortable. Of course, I don't know that COVID is going to happen. Okay, I'm not God. I don't know COVID is going to happen. But it seems like, wow, the pattern is going to repeat. So what I did was this. Of course, I didn't sell away everything, but I did make sure I prepare some cash just in case really the history repeat itself. And true enough, the history repeated lah. So I was able to buy, some stocks during the COVID period where it was low lah. So that's my point here. There's some indicators that can help us see that, at this point in time, instead of buying, maybe we should hold on, or either that we should buy less, or in fact we should be selling, so that we can sort of make. I'm sorry, we can actually make a little bit more from the market timing. Okay. Okay, so this is my process. Like I said, now this is like my exercise routine. I do this on a monthly basis. Every month, I will screen out for companies with the right business. I make sure they're financially healthy, price is right. So you can think of it this way. I've sort of created a watch list. I screen, create a watch list. Then, of course, I look at market timing. If timing is okay, then maybe this month I just buy one stock, two stock, one or two stock. Usually just one or two lah. Also, it's either ranges between 0, 1, or 2. Certain months I don't buy. Okay. Then sometimes buy 1, buy 2. And I do it regularly, month after month after month after month. Okay. And that's my system of creating that dividend portfolio. And as per what you actually seen what I explained in front, of course, over time, I will be able to amass my $500,000. Over time, this system can help me to achieve what? My financial freedom. Okay. Hopefully, you have learned something useful. Now, my role in SGX Academy is really hope that more people invest correctly lah. Okay, it's still very sad to hear people to say that SGX is a casino. People say that investing is bluff people want or having lose money. No. Okay, so again, we really hope that more people have the correct investment mindset. More people invest correctly, use the right tool. And this is my role here in SGX Academy. And what I have here is this. I have this thing what I call the long-term guidance system. Long-term guidance system to help you achieve objective. And this comprises of two parts. The foundation course and what is more importantly is the investment gathering. So this is something I'm actually quite proud of. I've been running my investment gathering for the past 14 years. And I am very happy that it has continued. A lot of my students have become friends. Some of them actually know them for 14 years. And they still come back and we all learn together, grow together. So it's, I must say, it's really one of the highlights of my career. Okay. Now, in the foundation course, is over webinar. We're going to do over webinar. It's 6 hours, 2 times 3 hours. And what you're going to learn is basically the details of my investing process. Okay. So this is, you are given more details, like for example, what are the 6 tests, what are some other pricing analysis, and most importantly, what are the tools, what are the tools that can actually help you to screen out stocks very efficiently. Okay. And basically, after this 6 hours, you have the capability of what we call creating your own watch list. Okay, own watch list, what are the stocks that you should be focusing on. what are the stocks you should be investing when the time is correct. Also, this is a 6-hour program that can help you to achieve so. Maybe you just want to hear from my past participants, what do they say about the program?
I really enjoy the Try Meets course because it really gives me a lot of insights and a lot of things for me to think about, especially when I actually do my investing.
The things I like about this course is the techniques, the thought process, and also the tools and resources that's being deployed in this lesson, because it allows me to adopt a very systematic approach towards investing.
I find that he's a pretty genuine guy, and he has this art of teaching people what he knows. So through his class, I've actually learned 6 of his techniques, criteria, how to select stocks and so on. I find it pretty useful.
Okay, also some of my past participants. Okay, and more importantly is this, so I believe in long-term support. So yeah, there are some people who like, but after 6 hours, you get all the theory knowledge. But I know it's not so easy. Okay, to be frank, it's like, I cannot make you a doctor in 6 hours, even though I can give you all the knowledge the doctor needs, or whatever. So I actually had this investment gathering which I run for 14 years. Basically, it's a gathering of all my past participants. We come together and learn together. It's no more lesson already. I am just a member. I'm just a facilitator. We come and learn together. We look at stocks together. We discuss together. And we learn from each other. So you basically, if let's say you want to have a feel of what's actually being discussed, you can just scan on this QR code. This is one of the previous session. Of course, the information is outdated already, but if you want to have a feel of what we discussed. So obviously, we discuss about what the stocks look at, what the stocks interesting to look at for that particular month. So this is done on a monthly basis. Okay, and of course, if you join this program, you'll get to experience one of the monthly gathering for free. Okay, like I said, this investment gathering is something we're very proud of. Before COVID, we even have excursions. Okay, something I am looking forward to do again. So we were actually being hosted by Ascendant Street to visit one of the facilities. This was actually in China. So some of us flew down on our expense to look at the facility in China. So thanks EC World from hosting us. So this is where really we learn more about the different REITs and of course different companies. Okay, a bit about the program is going to happen. The 2 days is on 25th and 27th March. So these are the 2 days. And it's 7 to 10 is going to be done online over webinar. You will have the notes, you will have the Excel spreadsheets, and of course that the 6 hour of session, and of course after that you'll be entitled to join the investment gathering, and if you actually look at the cost, is only 140. So this is something I'm actually negotiating with SGX. I cannot be so low. I am now fighting to increase the price because I think, or simply put, my wife asked me how come I'm charging lesser than my daughter's tuition fee. Okay, so I am actually seriously pushing for this price to go up higher, but for this round it's actually going to still at this price. If you were to join later, we cannot guarantee this price. And come on, 6 hours professional investment course by a CFA charter holder, you go outside and see. Usually they have either 1 or 2 zero behind for courses like this. So yeah, grab this opportunity while you can. Hey, the investment gathering, we actually work by the membership concept. So basically, I collect a nominal fee, more to pay for the expense incurred, and I also have to contribute. So we have this tradition of donating about 10 to 15% of whatever collected to charities. Also, over the 14 years, we have easily donated to 50 to 60 charities, and yep, I like to bring down the check personally, at least to understand the charities a bit more. We have one particular year, we have some members who say that, hey, you know, there are certain people who actually need help but don't belong to charities. Can we give them ang pao? So we actually have like, you know, among members, we actually go and visit some of these places. In one year, we even flew down to Surabaya to actually help them participate in their school building fund. Of course, we didn't pay for the whole school, but at least donate a bit for their school building fund. So again, you know, I must say this is I want to highlight my career. We learn how to make money together, we grow together, we also try to help other people. Okay, that is all I have. Really thank you so much if you are still around. Okay, let me see how many people still around. So by the way, please don't go. We still have a Q&A segment. If there's any questions, please feel free to put into the pigeonhole. And my parting message, the last message for this session here is this: investment is a team sport. Investment is a team sport, TEAM. No matter how smart you are, you know, how good you are, you cannot fight a team. So now I have a team, you know, like simple things like, for example, I have all my members in my WhatsApp group, and really almost on a daily basis, you have, you know, different people sharing different news, and, you know, different people asking different questions, and sometimes I'm not the one answer, okay, you have different people give answers. So it's like, you know, a lot of times when you learn something, especially is new, you don't know what you don't know. You don't even know what to ask. So sometimes you learn a lot from other people's questions. Oh yeah, I never thought of that. Then you can see people answers, different opinion, and the learning never stops. So basically, in fact, I would say that your learning really starts after you join the members. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of members have been with for the 14 years. So again, number one, investments a team sport. Join a team. If you don't know whose team to join, hopefully you can join my team. Be part of our investment community. Okay. Okay, great. So yep. We will go to the Q&A session very soon. Let me just summarize. Hopefully you all can remember there are two things for you to bring home today. At the very start of the session, I said you're supposed to bring home two things. One is what? One is the financial freedom. Okay, so basically have a clear investment objective. And in this case, I would say, you know, it's financial freedom, at least based on the dividend portfolio system. Okay, and hopefully you are clear now what exactly is financial freedom, what exactly is passive income, and at least know that actually financial freedom is possible. It's not a myth. It's something achievable if you plan early. Okay, that's number one takeaway. Financial freedom, what is it? How to get it? And number two is what? In order to achieve financial freedom, you need to have a system. Okay, these two things are hopefully clear. System, and I have demonstrated to you what is a dividend portfolio system. If you set up a system, work it well over time, you can amass the wealth, generate dividend, which of course help you to achieve financial freedom. So these two main takeaway, hopefully you bring back with you what is financial freedom, and, you know, have a system to help you achieve financial freedom. Hopefully that's clear. And yep, one last shout out to the course detail 23, 27 March. Oh yeah, just now I did show. So if you want more details, you can scan the QR code, or either that you can just click on the link which I'm going to paste on the chat right now. Okay, let me just click on the link, paste. Okay, good. You can just click there on details, or either that scan QR code. So far, okay, we won't have this problem now. So usually we have the last 2 rounds, we have about more than 20 people who sign up, so it should be quite okay. But I wouldn't take anything more than I think 40. No, okay, I think 40 is a bit large. Maybe 30 plus we will start regulate. But so far we had this problem. Last 2 rounds we have about 26, which I thought the size is quite right. I don't want the class to be too big. Then, you know, you end up probably I think max about 30. So I don't know. I don't have this good problem yet. But just in case, you may actually just want to register early. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it's Dividend is always good to start early, start investing early. Don't procrastinate lah. Okay, these are the dates, these are the time, and it's all webinar online. Okay, and of course, you get one free investment gathering. Get to join one investment gathering for free. Okay, so yep, thousands have benefited over the past 14 years. Make a difference to your financial future today. Okay, don't procrastinate anymore. Don't procrastinate anymore. Make this your new resolution. Learn something. Okay, for all you know, this is something that can actually give you financial freedom in another 5, 10, or 15 years time. Okay, with that, I am actually going to the Q&A. So just in case I don't get to answer your questions today, this is how you can reach to me after today. You can go to my Facebook, facebook.com/imchua, or you can go to my Instagram, instagram.com, wealthymice. So please take note, I'm happy to answer all questions except for counter-specific questions. I cannot answer questions like, can you buy UOB, can you buy DBS? I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to answer questions like this. But question relating to how to analyze, I'll be very happy to answer. Okay. If you need the details for the pigeonhole, pigeonhole.et 7 Feb. Okay, now let me just go to the questions. Okay, good. Lots of questions coming in. Thank you so much for all the questions. I hope, okay, not many have left. There's still a lot remaining. Very good. Only stocks, okay, let's see. Only stock provide dividend. How about ETF, unit trust bonds? Yes, they actually what we call pass-through lah. Or what we call pass-through, like for example, ETF, there's actually this thing called REITs ETF, which basically invest in a basket of REITs. So they will also give dividends, but lesser because of why? Because all this, all these funds, you have to pay fund management fees. So where does the fund management fees come from? Come from the dividends. So whatever dividend they actually collect, they will pay themselves first in fund management fees. Remaining then will give to you as dividends. So of course, it is lesser lah. Okay, so they give dividends, but it's going to be lesser than if you were to buy the REITs itself, the stocks itself. Okay, because you have to pay the fund management fees. Okay, so my point here is this. I mean, seriously, it's not that difficult to create your own portfolio lah. But of course, if you think that no, you want to trust a professional, you want the professional to pick the REITs for you, sure, go ahead lah. Then you just have to pay them the fee lah. Life is very fair. You cannot ask people to work and don't pay them. Okay, so answer is yes. It's just going to be lesser compared to you forming your own portfolio. Okay. Can you use SRS as a dividend portfolio investment option if we aim? I believe the answer is yes. I think SRS account you can actually invest in REITs or on blue chips. So the answer is yes. It's just that I don't have personal experience. I am not using SRS. I don't know exactly the nitty-gritty details to do it. But I believe so lah, because I understand the SRS, you can use it to buy dividend stocks. You can use it to buy blue chip, you can use it to buy REITs. So answer is a yes. Just that unfortunately I cannot advise on the exact steps. Why buy more? Then what? When market is going up, we should be buying, right? Then what? When market is going down, then we buy. Doesn't make sense. Probably, okay, so probably the confusion is going lah. Okay, maybe not go, but going lah. Then it's clear, right? When market is going up, then we buy lah. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm not sure I got your question correct. Yeah. When P is high, okay, now, okay, if P is 5, it's actually not high. So like, for example, NVIDIA, you're talking about P of 50 times and so on and so forth. Okay, it's not so easy to just say is it good or no good lah. Okay, like for example, there are people when buy Tesla at high P, they still make money. So you cannot say that it's no good ma. Oh, so it's just cheap or expensive lah. It's just cheap or expensive. Like for example, when P is 50 times, we say it's expensive, but can expensive become more expensive? Can, you know. It's just a function of risk you want to take lah. Oh, so I don't think it's so easy to judge what is good, what is no good. Okay. All I can say is P high is expensive, is higher risk. And my point here is this: if let's say, for example, relatively speaking, you have something that's lower risk, higher chance of getting higher return, why you want to take higher risk? Oh, so it's not so straightforward lah. Hope you get the gist of trying to say. What is the P we should be looking? So generally speaking, PE less than 20, we say that it's actually okay. The price is actually still okay, not too expensive. Generally speaking, if P more than 20, I'll be a little bit more careful. Oh. Are there ETF? Oh, yes, there are ETF report for dividend stocks. But again, like I said, the dividends is they have to pay themselves from the dividends, so you get lesser. Okay. Okay, let's see. Is there any question besides March? Are you having classes or other months? I suppose so. I haven't got my next schedule yet. Generally speaking, I'm doing this like once every quarter. Okay, so probably if you miss this, it's going to be like either May or June. I haven't fixed with the SGX yet. Okay, let's see. Which REIT in Singapore have 6% dividend yield? Quite a number. So of course, in the course, we have one segment on the REITs itself. Then of course, there are some websites that actually give you the relevant information. So in fact, there's quite a few that actually give 60% dividend yield right now. Okay, I think that is all the questions I have left. So yep, last shout out. I really hope to see y'all on 25th to 27 March. And like I said, you know, this price I so paiseh to talk about the price is so low that okay, I am really going to fight for higher very soon. So take this opportunity. And I just again paste a link onto the chat, and I really hope to see you all on 25th, 27, and really hope that, you know, this is a good start for you to achieve your financial freedom. Also, end of the day, you know, I've seen enough people investing wrongly, keep making the same mistakes, and I really hope that this course is going to change your investment future forever. So with that, I'm going to hang about a bit soon. For those who have questions, feel free to stay back. For those who need to go, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend, and 恭喜发财 still New Year, 恭喜发财. Hope everybody have a good 2025. Okay, see you all, everybody. Bye bye. Okay, 恭喜发财. Thank you. If anyone have any last questions, thank you so much. Thank you, YW. Thank you so much. Anyone has any last questions? P, I said 20, less than 20 lah, less than 20. Okay, so Furman, I don't want it, you know, end of the day is we have to look at the array of indicators. Okay, I always like jokingly say it's almost like finding boyfriend, girlfriend. It doesn't mean that this boy can cook means he's a good boyfriend. Or this girl is what do you call it? You know, can do housework means a good girlfriend. No, so there's a lot of indicators coming together. So to answer your question, I would just say that is for both Singapore and US market. I usually look for stocks with lower PE, but again, please be careful lah. Don't just use this as the only indicator. Okay, so dividend yield for blue chip, I'm looking about 4, at least 4. And for REITs, I'm looking about at least 5%. So Pao Shen, hope I answered your question. For blue chip, I'm looking at 4. REITs, I'm at 5. Okay, so why did I actually say that eventually it's still 6? Because, like, for example, I bought Singtel 20 years ago. So when I bought it that time, my dividend yield was about 4. Now, my dividend yield is about 10%. Because dividend has went up, but my price is actually still 20 years ago price. Yeah. Thank you, Pao Shen. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Ferman. You too have a nice weekend. Okay, John, thank you so much. I think I don't have any more questions. Thank you so much, John. I will sign off now. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye. Good night.